Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo. So keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show.
666 party with the devil, bitch.
Yo, I told you I'd do it. I've been looking forward to this for so long. And that's it. It's over. Anyway, on to the show. So I'm about to go to the gym. And so right now it's 12:15 p.m. I just finished kind of the morning work block. Because I work 5:30 to 8 on my own shit. And then 8 to 12 on... It's actually 12:30, but, finish it later. So from 5:30 to 12:30, that's pretty much the first block of work for the day. And I fucking killed it this morning. I feel great. And let me tell you why. So I woke up, went in. It's actually hard for me to get out of bed. My alarm, I can't turn it off. I have this thing that's called Unbed. Makes it so I can't turn my alarm off until physically scan my phone to a block in another room, and then it turns off. So talked about that before, but it's been a game changer. But I think now, having used it for about a week, it goes off in the morning and I can't turn it off, but I can close my eyes and try to go back to sleep. I can try. Never works, which is good. That's the point. That's why I bought it. But I'm just sitting there and my alarm's just blaring, and so I take my phone off the charger and then I'll just lay on it so I can barely hear it. It's still loud as fuck. But that's how I start the day. I get out of bed. That's how it goes. And it was kind of a rough start. Like I woke up and went and shut my alarm off. And then I just sat there for probably 5 minutes, didn't do anything. Just sat there and I was like, holy shit. Then I started working, and within 20 minutes, I was in a groove. I was feeling it. I was feeling good, and rest is history. So that's how it started. Worked on my own stuff for 2.5 hours. Then it came time to work on Mina's stuff. But because I'm waiting on Notion to reply to me, because there's an issue, I can't transfer a certain file for some reason. I had this problem a while ago, and then it went away. I don't know what the problem is, but just waiting for him to get back to me. And in the meantime, I was just working on the master log, which is what I was talking about yesterday, which is me going through kind of from the top of everything and just polishing everything off. And it's great because that's what I did on my own shit. That's what I worked on with my own stuff this morning. So I was able to just keep that momentum going, and I essentially worked on this one thing for 7 straight hours. And it just was so great. I'm now I'm pumped up right now. Like I'm about to go to the gym. My morning was kick ass, about to go lift. And then I'm gonna come back home, and then I'm gonna spend the rest of the evening working on PT Dom stuff. And that's cool because that's more, that's more money. I'm very not hopeful. I'm planning to get out of the hour debt, the work debt, whatever you want to call it, of PT Dom this month. So today is August 15th. Okay, so now it keeps recording after weird. There was a bug for a minute there. When I would exit out of it would just stop recording. Now it's recording just fine. That's so weird. Yeah, today is August 15th. It's 12/19/2025. So halfway through the month. And I think if I just follow the calendar, and if I get the exact hours, then I will... I can't remember the number. My computer's in the other room. I'm just walking around my room like a dummy right now. But I think it was... I'll get out of the debt, the $934 debt that I'm in, hour-wise. And then I think I'll pocket $1,000 for next month, I believe. So that's the goal. If I just work what's on my calendar, which I plan to do exactly that, no more, no less, that's the goal, then I'll be good. And then that way, next month will be my last month. Let me think about this. I think let's see. I don't know how that works, actually. I'll have to look into that. But I started the mastermind in October. Wait. Yeah, it is October. That's right. So I'd have one more month of the negative 500. And then October, I would start with nothing. Every hour work from that point forward is just money. So very cool. So very, very much looking forward to that, because it's kind of like the first, what did I say? It was 30, no, it was it 15 hours? 16 hours? The first 16 or 8, what is it, 18 times 3? 18 times 16 and a half, I think. I don't know. First 17 hours of the month, it's 17. It's 16 and a half. First 16 and a half hours of the month are essentially free. The reason for that, just as a refresher, is because I signed up for this. It's called the Change Lives Academy. It's with PT Domination. Paid $500 a month for them to coach me, teach me how to run a successful fitness coaching company. Turns out I don't fuck with that shit. So I said, hey, I'm not doing this. If anybody needs help with spreadsheets and data and analytics and all that shit and automation, software design, whatever, please let me know. I'd love to help you with your business. And then somebody in the group saw it. They said, hey, get this guy on the team. Week goes by, I get hired on the team. Now I'm working for the people who I paid money for. And in exchange to do that, they took my $500 a month that I pay and made that part of my pay. So I don't have to pay the $500 a month anymore. But in exchange, I do have to work 17 hours. And it's been great. So anyway, little backstory there. So I'm stoked for that to happen. So next month is going to be my last month working with that debt at the start of the month. After that, I'll be good. At the very beginning, they did say, my work time was up until the contract ended, which would be the end of September, or I guess September 20th actually is when it would. Wait, October 20th would be the last day actually. So that is almost 2 months away from right now. But I don't know. So maybe 2 more months. I don't know. Doesn't matter. No, it would just be one more, because I'm not going to start October negative, because that would essentially say that whatever. It doesn't matter. That was what we agreed upon, and I have a really good feeling that the employment is going to continue, because I'm building a lot of stuff in Notion for them, and I can't imagine they're just going to be like, oh, well, sorry, we'll find someone else now. I don't think that's the case, and I hope that's true. I hope that's, I definitely hope that's how it is. If it's not, then that sucks, but maybe it's a good thing, because that's just less time that I have to work on. I don't know. Like I said yesterday, I was exploring the options of pulling hours back, and however those hours are pulled back, it doesn't really matter as long as they're pulled back. And so, if I need to, I can, and I think I can pull back 30 hours or something like that, or maybe it's 40. No. What it is let's see, 30. I think it is 30 hours, actually. I can work 30 hours less a week right now and still be okay. And that's pretty reassuring, because that means I could just quit PT Dom entirely if they needed to get rid of me. And then I could also quit Trey if I wanted to. Now, I just say Trey because that's 10 hours. 20 plus 10 is 30. 30 hours is what I can afford to cut. So I can do that. And that's just cool. I've got myself into this position where, I'm working a certain amount, and that certain amount allows me to have the luxury or the freedom or the whatever you want to call it, the flexibility to pull back if I need to. I don't know if that made sense the way that I wanted it to, but oh well. So anyway, I just wanted to capture this. I'm stoked. I feel so great about how today went so far. Now I'm going to go to the gym. Definitely going to get some Chipotle afterward, and then I'm coming home and I'm going to continue on. And I'm stoked about it. Like I'm in here jamming, like this is going to the office here. Anyway, so I wonder if I'll get a copyright strike on any of this shit, like the song at the start of this. Am I gonna get a copyright strike on that? I don't know. The intro song is some AI generated shit from I can't remember. Tune stocks. AI tunes. I don't know what it is. Tune, whatever it is. So anyway, that's all I got right now. I'll be back later to finish this, but I just want to document that I'm just fired up with how this morning has went. Also, you know what? I'm going to point out one more thing. I didn't even have my phone on my desk for the entire morning. So I actually threw it on the air mattress and forgot about it when I started working. And that definitely helped because I think that I just have this chronic habit of just picking up my phone and checking notifications to make sure I'm not needed, or just to check my notifications, or I don't know. I'll just pick up my phone and just check notifications. Like I don't even go to social media anymore because I can't, it's locked, but I'll just check notifications and I never clear them. So it seems like I'm picking up my phone, checking notifications multiple times. I'm like, why the fuck do I keep looking at this spam email? Let me get, whatever. And I think that helped the flow because I didn't have my phone to begin with, so I wasn't even a thought to check it. I didn't even know if it went off. I didn't know if anybody was texting me for the first however long, But anyway. So yeah, that's another thing that some of the shit that I'm just noticing and realizing is so basic. Like I didn't have my phone on my desk and I was more productive. Fucking rocket science, dude. But anyway, now I'm done. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, I don't even remember how I left off earlier. So I'm just going to keep on talking as if I didn't. So if I repeat myself, then oh well. But it is episode... hold on. Wasn't prepared. It is episode... Oh, I didn't even... 66? It is episode... So, that's what episode it is. Anyway, that's funny. So, my phone or my computer phone, whatever, is doing that shit with voice memos where the thing that I record on my phone is not going to my laptop and I'm just recording two separate files, and that just makes everything twice as tedious. Not a fan. Also, forgot to mention this 3 or 4 days ago, but for the entire time that I've had the dual monitor set up, I've had it with my laptop. I've had it set up so that if I'm sitting in the middle of my desk, everything is perfectly symmetrical. So one monitor, so both monitor, so the monitor stand perfectly in the middle, and then we have both monitors off to the side. So I can't look straight at a screen. I have to turn my head one way or the other. And then my laptop would be in the middle. So it's kind of like I have a upside down triangle. That's the setup. And I honestly was kind of getting tired of that. I wanted to just have a screen that I just looked at straight on. That's all I wanted. And so I did that. So now what I have is everything is actually kind of shifted to the left because my desk is pushed up to the wall to the right. So I can touch the wall over here to my right. To my left, there's plenty of room over there. So I say that because I had to shift where I sit to the left. I'm not sitting in the middle anymore. I'm sitting to the left of the desk, which is kind of weird. But I've got one monitor straight on, my laptop straight on, perfectly centered, and then we've got one monitor off to the right. And it is much more angled, and it is the monitor that is using DisplayPort or DisplayLink or whatever the fuck it's called. What's it called? DisplayLink Manager, which allows me to have more than two monitors. And the one that is plugged into my laptop, or the one that is, the one that's straight on, that's the one that's plugged into my laptop, and that's the one I get 120 hertz, and it's smooth as shit. And I just feel like my workflow and everything is much easier. It's much smoother. I like it. It's just front facing, just straight up and down. I have to move my head back and forth, up and down. I only use the right monitor. Like right now, the right monitor is off. I'm not even using it. But I do use it when I need to see a lot of shit all at once. And because that monitor, because it's DisplayLink and because it is a high resolution monitor and because it is lower hertz, it is kind of laggy. And to my standard, it's unusable. It's fine, but I have it off for a reason, So anyway, so today, I remember what I talked about earlier. Today was a great day. It was a great morning. Got so much shit done this morning. And yeah, just crushed it. Then I went to the gym, went and got some Chipotle, came home, ate that, and then I I honestly kind of just hung out for a little bit, and then my mom called me, and then I called Lexi, and then between that and kind of just trying to get into the swing of things for work again, I'll be honest, I wasn't that successful up until about, I don't know, 7:30. So from 7:30 to now, which it's 10, I know I need to, it's 9:55, I need to be going to sleep now, but it is what it is. I spent it actually working on my own shit and not PT Dom as I should have, but I've just been feeling it today, so I wanted to put that energy into my own stuff. So I got a lot done and a lot of stuff that I'm very much looking forward to. And they're so small, they're so tiny, but they are polished. Well, one is 100% polished, the other one is getting there. Third one, I was building it, and I'm like, I don't think this is turning out the way that I wanted it to. So the first thing is we have a birthday database. So that's all it is. Very straightforward. It just has, I mean, I can count all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's got 9 columns, not 400. Would you believe that? We have the status of the clients. Are they active, inactive? What are they? Onboarding, on hold, expired, whatever. Then we have the name. We have the link to the master log. We don't need to see that. We have their birthday with the year. We have their age. We have a column that says how old they're turning, which is unnecessary, but it is a nice visual. Like Bob Smith's about to turn 25, whatever, Then we have the birthday date, which allows me to group things later. It takes the year out and just puts the date. So today is August 15th. It wouldn't say that their birthday is August 15th, 1945. It would say August 15th. That's it. So I can group that, put it in a graph, blah, 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 all that shit later. And then we have their next birthday, which is just back-end formulation shit. And then we have a little thing that says, if their birthday is today, put a cake emoji by their name. So that's pretty cool. Then I put that into a little box, and it shows and it filters a list of people whose birthdays are coming up within the next week. So it's not going to display a shit ton of people with birthdays coming up. It's just going to show if their birthday from today is within a week from today, then they show up on the list. And it's just a visual to make sure that the people or the coaches or whoever are using this, they are acknowledging the client's birthdays, and that just kind of adds to the value of the program if they can remember birthdays and do all that shit. Now, a lot of these softwares already handle that, but this is going to have everybody, past and present, inside, which is the coolest part. So actually, now that I think about that, I'm going to put the links in here so we can go in there and click on their social media profile, even if they're expired, and click and wish them a happy birthday. So all of that, and then we have a very similar concept. It's called the anniversaries database, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It has nothing to do with relationships. It's everything to do with the fitness program. So if they joined August 15th, 2024, today would be their 1-year anniversary because today is August 15th. And it would show up. Same thing within a week. That way we know who's coming up on which anniversary. But the cool thing is with this is that it's just on repeat. So if I've been in the program since 2021, then if I joined August 15th, 2021, then we have 22, 3, 4, 5. That's 4 years. So it would say 4-year anniversary. It wouldn't just say anniversary. It would say 4 years. So it's just a little extra there, which is pretty cool, if you ask me. And then I was working. I guess I'm yawning. Then I was working on an important dates thing. So again, similar concept as birthdays and anniversaries, but it would be for important dates that the person, that the coach, the team, whoever using this would put in themselves. So it would be things that are recurring, like a birthday or like an anniversary, or one-off things like big operations demo with my team or whatever, or we have a team retreat on this day, everybody meet here, or we have, We are going to be switching from this software to this software in 5 months. We got to make sure that we are ready. So we want to have a visual. The whole idea is that, for example, it says end of quarter 3. That's in 45 days or 6 weeks or, about a month. Then we have team meeting with Jeff Bezos. That's in 105 days or 15 weeks or 3 months. We have Christmas, 131 days away. That's crazy. End of quarter 4, New Year's, coach's birthday, head coach birthday, Valentine's Day, into quarter 1, 2, 4th of July. So in my head, it was a lot better than how it is in real life. So I might actually, we'll see if I go days until. Yeah, I don't know. So, it's just an idea. The reason for that third one is because the upcoming birthdays, the upcoming anniversaries, and then the upcoming important dates, it just so happens that it fits on the screen perfectly with 3 columns. And without the important dates, I don't know what the third column would be. So I'm definitely just going to keep on working. And if I think of something, then I'll put it in. If not, then maybe it'll be 2. I don't know. But even though I'm not certain that I'm going to use this important dates thing, I'm still going to polish it off and make it nice, do everything that I would, even if I'm not going to incorporate it, because if I do want to incorporate it, then it's done and I can, and I'm good. Rather than being like, oh no, I'm going to delete this. This is bullshit. I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to do my best to, if I build something and I don't like it, I'm not going to delete it, because I do that a lot. I will build something and then immediately just select all, delete, because I'm like, I'm not going to use this again. It's bullshit, So that's that. So I'm just writing some shit in really quick. All right, there we go. So that's the idea. And this was all actually inside the master log. And that's what I was working on today. It was just master log. And then I realized that these need to be their own things, because I was quickly filling up the master log with a whole bunch of shit that didn't need to be. And so I was like, what am I doing? And it's so simple to link these things together. So I just got to be better about doing that for sure. So everything's already made, organized, it's looking good. Now I'm going to go in probably tomorrow and polish everything off, create different views and different tabs. And then I think what I'll do is, because I get sucked into the logo creation and the symbols and the buttons and the designs and all that shit. I get sucked into that. It's so much fun for me. I wouldn't say it's the most productive thing at all, but it's something that I absolutely love to do. And so I need to save that for last, even though, I don't know. I just need to save it for last. It's just not important that I do it right now at all. So, I just need to go through and kind of draft up how everything ought to be. I'm trying to, there we go. I'm just going to draft up how everything should be, how it's organized, what a screen would look like, and then go through and add the logos and the decals and the whatever else needs to go in there. Because I made the master log logo, actually, I just got a crown, just a modern or a minimal crown logo, and just blew it up so that it was bigger, made it with a gold metallic shine, and then added 4 brackets around it to signify kind of it's in a square. Because I think I've decided that I'm going to call whatever I'm doing here M1 Operations. That's the business name. Because that's kind of been a little reminder to me, M1, Operation M1. It's just, $1 million. So, I've talked about this a million times, but 8 sales a month is all I need. Probably less if I charge $10K to make $1 million a year. That's all I need. So if I can just maintain that, then M1 Operations will live up to its name, and it'll make me $1 million. And I was thinking about that. I'm like, if somebody were to ask me why it's called M1 Operations, as far as somebody buying it from me, I would probably say, well, dude, with these systems in place, I would hope that you're making no less than $1 million per year, because I feel like that's very very specific to who I'm helping. I think Mina is about to make $1 million this year. I think Dawson is also on track for that. I don't know if Trey is or not, but there you go. And then, so it's kind of the perfect niche. I'm not conforming the name to the goal and the promise and the mission. It just so happens to be what it is. But I made my screensaver actually literally says Operation M1. So it's just a reminder to me that this is what we're working for. And it's right there. It's a black screen, and then it says in very minimalistic font, because I think it looks good, Operation M1. M1 is in dark red, and then right below it, it just says work harder. That's it. Very much smaller. And that's it. That's the screensaver. And it's just a reminder to me to keep on going. So there you have it. So I did a lot today, and I'm pumped about it. I should have worked for PT Dom, but I didn't. So it is what it is. It's funny because I remember talking about earlier, if I to just work the hours that I did, then I'd be fine. And here I am, just not working. So, it's one of those things I go back and forth with a lot because I want to work on my own shit. This is the thing that's gonna quote, I'm gonna quote make it with this. I'm not gonna do it working for other fitness companies. Definitely need to get paid, but if PT Dom fired me, and not that I want them to, I do not want to. I want that opportunity. But even if they were, I'd still be okay. Even if Trey and PT Dom said, "Hey, we're good," I'd still be okay. And especially up until middle of October. After that, it would be I'd be making the very close to what I would be spending per month. So definitely do not want that to happen. So I just need to make sure that the time I spend, the time that I have available to work on my own stuff, I take full advantage of it. So there you go. I think the biggest thing, though, is just designing it in a way that makes sense. It just has to flow. It just has to be easy. It just can't be overwhelming. It just has to make sense. There's some chick on Dawson's team. Let me go in there and see. Her name's Casey. She reached out and said, "Hey, I need some help with blah, blah, blah." And I said, "Cool, show me what you're seeing, blah, blah, blah." She says, "So to my knowledge, when new clients are coming in, blah, 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 they're supposed to be in here, right?" And I said, "Yep." She says, "Okay, there's none in here." I said, "Well, it looks like nobody's actually filled it out yet." She said, "Oh, okay. So this is what we're going to see when new clients come in?" And I said, "Yes." And then she said, "Okay, I figured." And then I said, "Yeah, no worries. I'm glad you asked." And then we talked for a sec, and I just said, "Hey, please give me all the feedback you can. I want to make this as smooth as possible. I want it to be easy to use, easy to read. If it's not, please let me know." And her response was, "Perfect. Everything looks great so far on my end and super easy to use, which I always appreciate. Ha, ha, ha." So I'm going to take that at face value. That's at least one thing that I've designed that's pretty straightforward to use. So that's great. So if I can just keep on doing everything, keep on building everything up to be this same standard of just easy to use, then we are in good hands. Because I feel like Notion is just, it can get so crumpled up so quick. And unless you're the person who built it, it's hard to learn where things are at. I mean, I'm looking at a fucking shit show. I'm looking at shit smeared on a computer screen right now, and I understand exactly what I'm looking at, I know exactly what everything is. Somebody else coming in would look and be like, "What's going on?" Like, I just know what every single thing is and what every number, like, I know that because I built it, right? It's different. So I just need to be able to have somebody else join, and then they get it. So, yeah, learn some new things, as usual, and makes me kind of rethink how I could, build some of this stuff, but yeah, I'm just going through, polishing everything off. Every single thing is getting a little hint with an explanation of like everything. Like so it says client name. That's the name of the header. You don't even need an explanation. That's a fucking person's name. But I put, this is the client's full name. And that's the amount of detail that I'm putting into all this. Everything with that, and then clicking on the icons and going to the folders and seeing all the information there and blah, blah, blah. So, Anyway, there's a lot of workflows and systems and processes and shit that I just have to outline. But this is a great start. You can call it two very simple things, anniversaries and birthdays, but like this makes me feel 10 times better knowing shit got done. I can see that I got done, and we're moving on to the next thing. Because knowing that these are checked off, they're off the list, I do not have to worry about them anymore. Great feeling. So tomorrow is Saturday, so tomorrow's going to be a little bit different. I'm working for Dawson all day tomorrow, so not going to be able to spend a lot of time on this particular project because I messaged him and we talked, and let's see. Where is it? I'm scrolling up. Oh, he says, I think if we can get our client list into Notion, that would be super helpful from Sheets. I said, awesome, what I'll do Saturday is polish the extension system off, add the clients to Notion, and then get on the one-off expense tracker. So that sounds perfect. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm getting the extension thing imported, getting the list imported, which not going to be an easy thing. It's all good. Oh, that's going to be such a pain in the asshole, dude. Oh, my goodness. And then, whatever. If he doesn't want the financials listed in there, dude, we don't have to have them listed. But if he wants to add them later, then we're fucked. His client list does not have any financials on it. So he says he wants to manually input it all. So I don't know, dude. Whatever. Anyway, so tomorrow probably, I'm not even trying to be pessimistic, but tomorrow's probably going to be a less exciting one, just because some of the stuff that I have to do, I know that I've done it. I just haven't touched it in probably a week. And so trying to figure out how I built what I built and then try to replicate that into somebody else's Notion where I can screw shit up just sounds like a nightmare. And I have to do it. It's all good. But that's going to be the day tomorrow. So yeah, I also got paid today from Trey, and so Mina, actually there was a problem with his Venmo, so I got paid from him for last week yesterday, so I'm gonna get paid from him again tomorrow, which is kind of cool. And then we have Dawson, so I sent him my hours and stuff today. I don't know if I'll get paid today. Matter of fact, today I don't think I did. Oh, I did. I sure as shit did. Did he pay me the correct amount? Let's find out. 24 hours. Yeah, that's the correct amount. All right. Well, he did, so that's cool. So we got 320 from Trey, 750 from Dawson, and then tomorrow I will get 19 times 30. So that's 570. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And then yeah. So that's pretty cool. Getting some dollar bills in my pocket. I don't know. I think I've got, let's pull up the business revenue here. We got to put it was yesterday. So hold on, I'm putting in the payment info amounts from everybody. I just track all this stuff. It's pretty cool. Okay, so as of right now, we are at $19,342 profit since December 20th when I made my first deposit sale of $100 from the guy Colton, who's my first ever fitness clothes client, whatever. And that was it. He never signed up. I just got the deposit, and I reached back out, and he just kept ghosting me. So got him in the program, and I said, just take care of it. Have a free month on me. And yeah, it's a bummer. But anyway, what are we projected to get for the rest of the month? I'm not really sure. I'd have to go through and manually touch everything, and I just don't want to. So, pretty cool. I think August is going to be the biggest month financially for me yet, which is cool. I think we'll hit like 6,500, so that's cool. I kind of want to go through this and see what it would be. I mean, I can just run an average real quick. So if I've made, let's just put this into Excel real quick. It's one thing Notion can't do is when you highlight cells, it doesn't tell you the total. You just, like in Excel, you highlight it and it tells you the sum, and then the minimum, the maximum, the count, the average. So it looks like so far in August, we've made $3,200. So yeah, we are, if that holds true, then we are definitely going to hit, oh wait, yeah, we are definitely going to hit 6.5, which would be the highest month yet, which is pretty cool. So July was 6,000, June was 4.5, May was 2,000, April was 300, March was 700, February was 1.2, January was 1.3, December was 100. So pretty cool, man. I mean, it's not necessarily like high ticket sales, closing work, business, entrepreneurship, but we did take monthly revenue from $100 in December to $6,500 8 months later. I mean, if you want to say April, that was at 300. So it was 2,000% increase in business revenue since April. Dude, I've got the loudest neighbors. What the fuck is going on? Are people at the pool? Like what's going on? Dude, my neighbors, bro. All good. And just a little breakdown. So 8,000 has come from Mina, 5,000 has come from Trey, 3,000 come from Dawson, 2,000 has come from PT Dom. PT Dom actually should be closer to 4,000 because the 500 that, or from the 500 per month for 4 months would be $2,000. So gotten paid the least amount from Dawson, technically. Then we have coaching, 150. Then I've got a graph set up. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling on. I think that's the show, guys. Appreciate you listening. I got to go to bed. It's 10:20, so peace out. 666.